Good morning all, and it's a mighty fine morning on a Sunday. So yeah, here we are, Class Bonding Channel. Thanks to Nigel for putting that video up for us. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, it was good to see his video as well. You have to excuse the background noise. Bloody kids are playing up again this morning like they normally do. Yeah, I've had a very quiet morning, and I've had quite a progressive morning as well. So without further ado, yep, you got it. It's all about this Super Hornet, this Revell kit. Now I've had a few people that have spoken to us over the channel, a lot of the subscribers and that. One or two have emailed as well, and basically it seems as though cross board it is a bit of a terrible kit. I must admit, there's only one other trying kit. I've still got it. It's the Mach 2 Vickers VC10. That is a homemade job with homemade moulds, so it's nothing like what you'd expect from Revell. If Revell to do a 172 VC10, it would be along the lines of superb compared to what the Mach 2 version is. So I know Nigel binned his and I kind of don't blame him, but because I've got family history in the aeroplane, I've stuck with it. Phil Flory did one. I could never understand why he cut the nose off, because the nose, but basically my granddad used to work for Vickers, and he had hands on the Wellington during the war, and then after the war came the Vickers VC10, and he was chief airframe engineer on that. So he kind of left behind in his little pouches, and my gran gave them to me because I was the only one that was interested in aeroplanes out of the grandchildren. I got a set of scale drawings from the guy. And so, you know, my granddad left us, a few notes about it and what have you. But Mum had them, and I just happened to go around there when this thing came out, because it was supposed to be a retool of the thing. But and I got the aircraft plans, and when I looked at it, the second casting of this Mach 2 VC10 looked to be spot on. So it's not. It is bad. It's not majorly bad. Mine's in the garage at the moment, in storage, so I can't get the thing out until I get into my new place, and then I'm hoping by that time I'll have a job with a 3D printer, and I'll be able to 3D print the engines to it, because the engines on my one are absolutely dire. But that's another model. This is about this 32 Super Hornet from Revell. Now this is the only other kit apart from that Mach 2 one where as a matter of fact, I can't say it's probably worse than the Mach 2 one, because I've actually thought about binning this 5 times. The only thing is, I can't justify throwing 70 quid in the bin, and plus, all the glue and paint I've put into it as well. So I've stuck with it. I think it's probably the best I'm going to get it. And I just noticed this morning that there's another piece that's given way and fallen inside the aircraft, so I'm a bit peeved about that as well. It just seems to be made of plastic. It just wants to melt, sink, and then fall off. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how this piece is broken off, but it has. So what we'll do is we'll have a little look at it, and then we'll give you a bit of a close-up. It's not finished. Basically, all I've done today is the spraying of the colours, and I've just got to put a little thank you out there to Scott. You know who you are, because he supplied me with a tin of light ghost grey. Cheers, Scott, mate, you're a lifesaver. It's only due to my usual fella I normally get stuff from. He's out on holiday, and he won't be back till next week. So and I just wanted to get on with it, because the longer this thing drags on, the more it heads towards a bin, which I don't want to do. Or it'll just sit in in a coffin, and it will stay in that cupboard over there until the day I move out and the day I get a new place. And then it's harder to get back into it. So without further ado, let's just have a little look-ski. So this is a VFA-103 line bird. I've decided to go with a line bird because if I had gone with a cag bird, the cag birds don't seem to be as used and as abused because it's obviously the commander's aircraft, and they look quite pretty. As the line birds, they get a lot more ash and bash, should we say. So it's not all together, it's just what you see is the fuselage. This is her now. So I've put the two-tone greys on. I've lightly weathered the thing at the moment, just using my airbrush. I do all my weathering with an airbrush to start off with, and then I'll finish off with some oils and you know, possibly some weathering stuff, pigments. I haven't got a lot in the way of, or much in the way of all of them. So yeah, so there you go. Let's move the light out of the way. So there you go, so you can see the back and the underside. So that's and you never know, maybe, just maybe today we might get the skull and crossbones on the tail, because obviously it reaches a point where, look at that nose, God, I've got a big nose now. Anyway, so yeah, it's messing about. But anyway, yeah, so it's yeah, you never know, I might just get the skull and crossbones on, because it's a good idea to get, at this stage, probably some of the main decals onto it, and then I'll finish it off with the weathering powder. So well, I haven't got to hand at the moment, but it's like the Tamiya Weathering Masters. They come in like blocks of 3 powders. It's just like makeup really, but it's a different content. And wherever I see fit to put these, I'll put them. But yeah, so she's you know, she's actually looking half decent. And yeah, I don't, and where I'm going to get a quick pointing stick here. So where, I don't know whether you can see it, but it's just in there is where that piece fell out. So if I go right up to the camera, you can see that is a hole. Right there. That is a hole. How that happened, I have not a clue. Because look where it is. It's like in the intake bit, it's in there. But the other side hasn't happened, but that side has. And I thought to myself, oh, you know, how am I going to do it? Am I going to bother filling it? I don't know. I mean, I've not put, I wouldn't say I've put a ton of filler on this thing. And I'll give you a close up of the nose section. The cockpit again is not, it's got decals that go in there, so I haven't put them in yet. But yeah, you know, I think I'll probably leave the filler as such, because you know, it's just another bloody hole and another bloody disaster to try and clear out. So this section here, I've still got to do a lot more to that. So what I'll probably do there is use like oils, kind of thin down and then brushed on to give it that kind of, not too, but they're not as bad as tornadoes when they got like loads of bloody jelly and Christ knows what on the bottom. You know, all caked up. It was like marmalade. And then I don't think the super oranges are as bad as that, but yeah, they do get their fair share of you know, weathering and such. Now I have done the wing outlets as well. Everything, like I say, is painted, so there's the wing outlets as well with their little monsieurs of weathering on. And yeah, so there we go with them. The wheel doors are all painted. Started to do the other tank here. Now I've got a chap who, I don't know whether he is a subscriber to my YouTube. I know he follows me on Facebook, and the guy's name is Kai Walter. Now Kai, I've got to thank him for he sent me a few pictures, and I'm sure that I know he used to work on aircraft carriers in the US Navy, and I'm pretty sure that he did have a few dealings with VFA-103. He sent me quite a few photos so I can get me balance of the reference right, without trying to do it out of ear and guesswork. So the other thing as well is get them. I haven't done them properly, but basically these are the bombs. So like with the whatever this is, I think they class this as a GBU now. I don't know. I thought they were the next one up from the Mark 82s, but I don't know. I'm not really up to scratch with bombs, but these are GBU 12. So there we go. So yeah, you'll have to excuse if you can hear that music. We've got a crazy ass motor show on today, and I'll tell you, the amount of V8s and dragsters I've heard going up and down that main road out there this morning is unbelievable, and I've been up since 25 to 6, so and that's doing this. And there's the canopy, so that's I'll tell you what, let's unravel this. Yeah, we'll bring you down a bit closer. We'll unravel this to reveal all tweezers. Where are they? They're always away. Get on here. They've been sat. Oh, they are sat in front of you. Look, blind as a bloody bat. Need new glasses. Here comes a motorbike. Don't know whether this is my neighbour. Yeah, it's my neighbour. Giving it the berries up the driveway. Right, and there we go. And then this is the semi-finished canopy. So as you can see, that's quite nice. It's come out good. As good as can be anyway. Apart from the old the old mark there. That's where that crack was. And yeah, you can even see me through it, a little bit of jelly fold probably. But there you go. So all we've got to do now is just build all the interior to it, which is something you get in the box. Oh, there's another bomb there, look. Again, I don't know what kind of, just some sort of J-dam looking thing, but that's all one colour. So anyway, so that's it. So like, have I got anything else to show you? Not really. No, not really. So it's just basically, this is what we've done. This is where we're at so far with a very trying kit, very trying, but it's I think it's was it someone once said to me that you can't polish a turd. Well, you can, but you can't take the smell away. So there you go, that's my answer to that. And this is as close as it gets to polishing up a piece of shit. I think there was another chap who contacted me via email, and he's bought the kit. He said it's so bad that he's put it in the cupboard, and I don't think he's going to get it out again, but he said, he did say that the inspiration I was giving on the kit was edging him towards getting the thing back out. Now, I must admit, yeah, it is, as people have said, a mojo zapper. Bit of a shame really, because I tell you, it's a lovely looking model if it was just made, if it wasn't so over-engineered. I don't know why Revell did their new Tornado, and that game was so over-engineered. You know, it's why do we have to have all of the, I mean, it's like bloody plastic cladding. That all comes in bloody bits, you know, you build it up here, you build it up there. No. Why can't you make that fuselage either two halves, right, or build the nose section and then slide the nose section up here where this joint is here, and make it butt in, and you know, eh? Yeah, hang on, I will do. It's all right. Little and asking for a bacon sandwich. Anyway, yeah, so let's just finish off. So what I'm going to do now is just, like I say, I'm just going to put the rest of the weathering on, and then I'll put the decals on, seal it in, rest of the weathering, and I'm still waiting for some parts from Revell, so I don't know when they're going to show up, but hopefully it'll be this week, because getting kind of, you know, where you get to the stage where you just want it off the table, finish it, get rid of it, set it over there. Oh, excuse me, let the boy balls it up or play with it. I've still got 3 submarines up there to do. I've done one side of one of them with weathering, which will show you how to do, and then the other side was for the boat lads. So I haven't forgot about you lot that want the submarines. I haven't forgotten about you. Yeah, we'll get them done, and yeah, but there she is. So, you know, that's without further ado, I'll post pictures up on Facebook. They go on my Instagram as well, so yeah, if you want to see more of it, you can go on Instagram, and I'll put a few pictures on there. But in the meantime, oh, I can yawn again, bloody hell, it's because of the heat. But in the meantime, stay safe, be careful, enjoy the hot weather, but make sure you drink plenty of water. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio all, have a nice weekend.